Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Vince. If today is the very first time coming across my channel, thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to make this simple bubu dress with a pleated shoulder and a lapel neck, 2 side pockets and a tassel. So guys, I'll be making use of this fabric. It's a damask fabric. It's 3 yards in yards, and this is a tassel that I'll be using for the tip of the bubu gown. So guys, I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into 4 like this. So you can see at this part is closed, as the starting line is closed. So guys, I'll go ahead and take the vertical measurement, which is the half length of my client. I'll be taking the hip, I'll mark it there, and then the full length of our gown. So this is a 3/4 bubu gown. She didn't want it to be too long, she wanted it to be 3/4. So when I'm done, I'll use my ruler to make the lines straight, and then I'll do that at the full length of the gown. So for the across back, I'll be using 22 inches for her. For the across back, I'll mark it there, and then I'll add extra 6 inches for the pleat at the shoulder. So after I was done with this, guys, I'll go ahead and take the length of the sleeve. So my client length of sleeve, I'll be using will be 12 inches. So I went ahead to mark it there to straighten, and I also went ahead to straighten the lines. So when I'm done, guys, I'll go ahead and take the fullest part, which is a hip measurement divided by 4 plus 4.5 allowance. I used 4.5 for the allowance. So I checked what I had initially, I repeated it on the hip line, and I'll also repeat it on the full length of our gown. So when I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and connect the points together, just the way you see me doing. So I've extended the curve, and then I'll also extend the sleeve line. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take the neck width. Sorry, this part is not showing, but I used 3.5 for the neck width. For the neck depth for the back, I used 1.2. While for the neck depth for the front, I used 9 inches. So I marked my 9 inches, and I'll go ahead and use my French curve to connect that to that 9 inches. But you know that it has a lapel at the neck, so there will be an opening. So for the opening at the front part, I used 1 inch. So this opening is where the lapel is going to sit. Yes, so this is where the lapel will sit. So I'll go ahead, after I was done marking out the 1 inch, I'll go ahead and connect the point. And when I'm done connecting the point, guys, I will go ahead and reshape the front neck depth. So this was me reshaping it. So when I'm done, guys, I'll go ahead and cut out. After cutting, guys, I'll go ahead and notch this part, that's the sleeve part, and then I'll go ahead and separate the back and the front just the way you see me doing. I'm going to go ahead to open it up just like this, so that I can be able to cut out that 1.5 inch. Remember, the reason why we're opening it up, because we didn't cut out the shoulder, so that's why we are opening it up like this. So I'll go ahead right now and cut out. After I was done arranging, I'll start from the full length to cut out before I now get to the neckline. So this was me cutting, guys, so you have to be careful at this point. So when I'm done, guys, I'm going to go ahead and rearrange it so you will see how it looks like. So this is how the front looks like. So to know the length of my lapel, I'll go ahead and take the measurement from my full length to my neckline, just like this. I will just go round it. So I'm still measuring round the neckline just to know the number of the length of the lapel that I will cut out. So guys, after I was done, I think the number I got was 103, that's 103. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'll bring in my leftover fabric just like this so that I can be able to cut out the length. So this is the leftover fabric. I'm cutting out the excesses that is at that part so I could get my perfect width. So I'm still cutting out the leftovers. So when I'm done guys, what I'm going to do is to check the length. So this length I have here is more than enough to go around the neck of a bubu gown. So for the width, I'll be making use of 5 inches for the width. So I'll go ahead and mark the 5 inches straight to the full length. I'll connect the points together and I'll cut out. So I'm still cutting out, trying to cut out the rope just to ensure that everything is equal. So this part is not equal, so I had to also recut. So when I'm done cutting guys, I'll go and sew it down by 1/2 inch at this point and I'll show you how it looks. So guys, this is our pocket. We know we've not cut pocket. So this is the fabric that I'll be using for the pocket. For the shorter part of the pocket, I'll be using 8 inches. For the longer part, I'll be using 10.5. So I went ahead to mark it. 8 inches for the shorter part and the length, that's 10.5. So I will mark and then cut. So I'll be cutting now 4 pieces of this. This is the second piece. So I'll go ahead, after I was done cutting this, I'll place it on the fabric like this and then recut the shape. So when I'm done cutting it guys, I'll go ahead and fold the pocket into 2 like this and cut out a U shape at the down part of the pocket. So I'll open it up so you see how the pocket looks like. So I gave it a U shape at the down part. So when I'm done guys, this was the lapel. I've gone ahead to add my paper stay to it. As you can see, I have gone ahead to also join my shoulder to shoulder. So I want to laminate this part with a chantilly lace. I do not want that middle part to just be damask. I want it to have a combination of lace at that part. So I'll go ahead and pin down the lace to the lapel straight to the full length. So when I'm done pinning down guys, I'll go ahead and cut out. There will be some joining at the lace part because the lace is not as long as our lapel. So guys, when I'm done pinning, I'll cut out the excess and then I will join it back at the other part. So watch carefully what I'm doing at this point. So I'll go ahead and place the lace again at this point. I'll pin down as I did for the other parts and then I'll cut out the excess. So guys, at this point, if you found value in my video or in my tutorial, please do well to like, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment in the comment section if you have any question. So I'll go ahead and add my hemming gum to it and I'll show you how it looks like. So this was when I was done adding my hemming gum. This is the excess that remained while adding the hemming gum. As you can see, the camera is not doing justice to how this actually looks. It looks good. I think you should also try this for yourself. So when I was done trimming out the excesses guys, I'll go ahead and fold this lapel into 2 so that I can mark out where I'm going to sew. So basically this was when I was folding it into 2. As you can see, I folded it. So guys, I'll go ahead and take the length of where my client neck is going to sit. So first of all, I'm going to pin it down. When I'm done pinning, I'm pinning down on both sides. Why? Because I want the two lapel to sit properly first before I go ahead to mark out where my client neck is going to sit. I don't know if you get. If you don't pin down, it might move. Your fabric might be shaking and you might not be comfortable. So from the tip of the lapel, I came down by 13.5. So this is where my client neck is going to sit. I marked it. So we use 5 inches for the width. I'm going to divide that 5 inches by 2, which is 2.5. I'll mark this 2.5 straight to the full length of this lapel. This 2.5 I'm marking, I'll go ahead and sew it down like this. So when I'm done, I'll show you how it looks. So guys, this is our fabric. I want to go ahead to notch the pocket. So from my half length, I'm going to come down by 1 inch. So that's where the pocket is going to sit. From my half inch, I came down by 1 inch. I'll go ahead and notch. This is where my client's pocket is going to start. So if you're drafting any dress that has a pocket, for me, from your half length, come down by 1 inch or 1.5. But I think 1 inch is fine by me. It all depends on your client or you, but 1 inch is fine by me. So I'll go ahead and attach my pocket to the sides on the notch part. Then I'll do the same thing for the other side. I'll sew it down and show you how it looks. So this is our lapel. Of course, this is where the neck is going to sit. So I've gone ahead to sew it down, and I've also gone ahead to iron. So next thing I'm going to do, after I was done attaching my pocket, you can see I've attached my pocket. I'll go ahead and bring in the lapel. So guys, this is the lapel now. I'm going to go, the middle of the lapel is going to match with the middle of our gown. Right side facing right side. I will pin down. I'll also go ahead and arrange this lapel round the neckline down to the full length. So watch me arrange it. You should also do the same thing while you are sewing yours. I love to pin down a lot because it makes my work very easy. So this was me pinning down. So when I was done pinning down, guys, this is how it looks. So I'll go ahead and take it to my sewing machine to now sew it down by ½ inch straight. So when I'm done sewing, guys, I'm going to show you how it looks like. So guys, this was when I was done sewing. I've also gone ahead to iron. As you can see, our dress is coming out so pretty, so nice. So I'll go ahead now and take where the pleat is going to be. I'm going to measure out where the pleat is going to be. So from my center back, I'm going to mark the shoulder. That's my client's shoulder, which is 16 divided by 2/8. I marked it down there. I'll do the same thing for the other side. From the middle of our gown, I'll mark my client's neck. That's 8. I marked it there. So from this 8, remember we removed 6 inches for the pleat. I'm going to first mark 3 inches, and I will also mark another 3 inches, making it 6 inches. So guys, I will do the same thing for the other part. So you have to watch carefully at this point because it might be really confusing, trust me. So this is me trying to make the lines to be bolder so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So for this other part, guys, from that shoulder line, I'm going to mark 3 inches. So watch carefully. For beginners, 3 inches I marked, and I'll repeat another 3 inches. So when I'm done marking out these 3 inches, I'll go ahead and open up my dress just like this. So you should also go ahead and open up your own dress. So what I'm going to do now is that middle line, I'm going to pick it like this so that it will match with the 3 inches that I took. Are you seeing what I'm doing, guys? So it will match. So when I see that it has matched, I'll go ahead and pin it down. you should do this too. So I went ahead to pin down at this point, and then I will also go ahead and do the same thing for the other parts of where the pleat is going to be in our dress. So what I did here was I went ahead, after arranging, I used my tape and marked it and checked if it's up to 3 inches. So when I noticed it's up to 3 inches, I went ahead to pin it down to secure the 3 inches. So I did the same thing for this other part again. I went ahead, I arranged, I used my tape to check if it's up to 3 inches before I went ahead to pin. So when I knew it was 3 inches, I pinned it down to secure it. So I will do the same thing for the back part of it. I'll also go ahead, arrange it, and then I'll check if it's 3 inches, I'll pin down. I'm trying to repeat this thing so that you're going to know how to do yours. So that's why I'm repeating it. So I did the same thing for this part again. I arranged, checked if it's 3 inches just to make sure your pleats are the same. They are on the same inch, like inches. I don't know if you get. I went ahead to pin down. I'll do the same thing for the other part of our gown. At this point, guys, when you're done, you can iron. You can go ahead and iron. For me, I didn't iron though, but you can actually iron yours. So I went ahead to repeat the same thing for this other part. Just watch closely what I'm doing. So guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe to my channel, like my video so that to reach more people, share my video, leave a comment in the comment section if there's any part you're confused or any tutorial you want me to work on. Just leave a comment for me and I will respond to all of it. So at this point, guys, I marked out at the back. I'll be using where I'm going to sew and stop. I'll be using 12 inches for the back. From the shoulder, I marked 12 inches. For the front part, I'm going to use 11 and a half. So I marked it. So this mark that I just did initially is where my sewing is going to stop. So I went ahead, guys, to fold my fabric just the way you see me doing. I kind of, at this point, I took the sleeve inside so that I can be able to mark the 3 inches straight down. So now what I'm going to do is to mark that 3 inches that I used for the pleat. I'm going to mark it at the 11.5 inches I marked for the front, and then I'll take it up to the 12.5 inches I marked for the back. So this marking now, I'm going to go ahead and connect the points together just the way you see me doing. This point I'm connecting together is I'm going to sew it down straight to the back. I don't know if you get. So I'm doing the same thing for this other part. I took the sleeve inside so I can comfortably mark my 3 inches. So I went ahead from that 12 inches I marked at the back. I marked my 3 inches just the way you see me doing. I marked it straight down, and then I'll go ahead and sew it down just like this. You have to sew it down so it will stay in place. So I'll go ahead and sew it and show you. So are you seeing? I've gone ahead to sew. You can, if you watch closely, you will see the line. I've gone ahead to sew it down so that the pleats can show, although I've not ironed yet. So the next thing I'm going to do, guys, is to hem our sleeve. I'll go to my sewing machine and sew down the tip of the sleeve. So this was when I was done sewing the sleeve down, guys. As you can see, I've also sewn this other part down. So what I'm going to do next is to face my dress right side facing right side, just like this, guys, and then I'll go ahead and pin it down. So I'm going to show you what I would do. So I'll go ahead right now and pin it down. Are you seeing? So I join the sleeve like this, and then the pocket side I had to pin down. You have to arrange it properly so that everything is going to go smoothly. Your stitches will not have to be bent or the rest. So this was me pinning down, right side facing right side, so I can go ahead and shape it. I hope you understand. I just hope you do, mostly for the beginners. So I'll go ahead and sew it by 1 inch straight to the pocket side and then down to my full length. I'll do the same thing for the other part. So guys, this was when I was done sewing. As you can see, I have torn it, although I haven't ironed yet. Are you seeing? It's all looking good. So I will turn it like this so that I'll go ahead and hem the under. I have not hemmed the tip of our gown, so I'll go ahead and take the fabric to my sewing machine and then I'll hem the tip and I'll show you how it looks like when I'm done. So I'm sewing it round. So this was when I was done, guys. Are you seeing? Our gown is almost ready. So this is it. I'll go ahead and introduce my tassel, and then so for me to know where to fix the tassel, I'm going to use my tape to check between my center front and my side front. So I got about 8 inches, that's 16 inches. I divided it by 2. Then from this other end I also did the same thing, divided my side front and my center front. I added the tassel, and then I'll do the same thing. I'll add the tassel at this side front and add the other one at the side front, and then I'll add the last one at the center back, just like this. So I'll take it to my sewing machine. I'll sew it down like this. I'll also go and sew down the rest of it, and I'll show you how it looks like when I'm done sewing, guys. So this was it when my clients wore it, guys. Are you seeing? The dress is looking very fine and simple. Thank you for watching my video to the end. I will see you in my next tutorial. I love you guys. Bye.